there at the new Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills.
Now, please welcome to their new home, your 2026 Buffalo Bills.
Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from Buffalo. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line. So that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. He keeps rolling. Aaron Rodgers leading the Steelers out. Hard to believe, Greg, it's year 22, his second in Pittsburgh, and teaming up again with his former head coach, Mike McCarthy.
Well, after another offseason of speculation, Aaron Rodgers, is he coming back? Where is he going to play? He's reunited with his coach, Mike McCarthy. Can they kind of rekindle that success of years back, those MVP seasons that he had in Green Bay? You look back just a season ago, Mike. I know he's getting up there. I know he's now on the north side of 40, but I'll tell you what, they had some other issues in Pittsburgh that they needed to make changes, but I actually think Aaron Rodgers, all things considered, played really well last year.
The completion was good for only a yard, so here is second down and 9. Play fake to Dowdle, and now Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick fourth down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On fourth down, here's Cameron Johnston, the punt for Pittsburgh. Khalil Shakir returning for the Bills. Now fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, led by their now 30-year-old quarterback, the MVP of the NFL a couple of seasons ago, Josh Allen.
Former MVP, Mike, just clearly one more box to check. It's hard to have a more accomplished NFL career than Josh Allen, but the conversation around the NFL and league circles continues to remain. When is Josh Allen going to take the Bills and get over the hump and find themselves in the Super Bowl? So a lot of hopes around the organization that this is the team, this is the roster they've built around him to accomplish just that.
A nice run there on their first drive. Good for a quick first down.
You know, and those are the types of runs, Mike, that when you look back on last year is a big reason that James Cook led the league in rushing. Has great patience, lets his blocks develop, and then it's really the burst through the initial hole, and when he gets out in space, he's gone.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Josh Allen. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And that's the reason the Bills traded for DJ Moore back during the offseason, so that he can make plays like this. You know, you think over the course of the Josh Allen era in Buffalo, you know, it's been a while since they've had a certified #1 receiver. But they definitely think DJ Moore can fill that void.
Nowhere to go with that one. Just get it to the sideline and live to see second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Keanu Benton there for the stop.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, here is Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he'll move his ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
19-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's Cook. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 3-yard line.
2nd and goal. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Down and goal to go.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. And he's in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing. Tyler Bass.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Steelers offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Rico Dowdle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 17.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the ground, it's Dowdle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Dorian Williams on the stop. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up 4th down.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Bills offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. On play action, here's Allen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
18 yards on the connection. Good for a Bills 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there, and a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, what a throw, slinging it across his body and complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10.
Intended for Dalton Kincaid.
Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. Woo. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
This is a great example here, Mike, of just the value and the importance teams place on 1st and 2nd down. Teams call them early downs, where it's not just live and die by 3rd down anymore. Those days are kind of over. You have to stay ahead of the change. You have to stay efficient on 1st and 2nd down. If not, you end up in 3rd and a mile, and even after that nice pickup, still brings up 4th down. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike. And it's as simple as, if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Still 3rd down.
So from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Cook with 29.
29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Once again, it's Cook. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
Third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
That one on target to Moore. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Third and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Man in motion is Coleman. Off he goes.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the first down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. He gets this one to Moore. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll try it now with Cook. Ooh. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
The Bills first down. 1st and 10.
So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he will be out of bounds, but you saw that penalty flag come in. Looked like the defender got a head start.
That penalty is declined.
Momentum building here on this drive. They go again, 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. 3rd down coming up.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up second and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive. It's important.
He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. Throwing is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook.
It's a really well-designed play down in the red zone. We see teams run this time and time again, fast to the flat. What they're doing is they're putting a lot of conflict of responsibility. Those edge defenders in the run game, a lot of times are also responsible for the flat area in the passing game. So things happen fast, threaten those responsibilities, and let the running back do the rest.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills move out on top, 14-0.
Score Bills 14, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with first and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rob. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete.
Nice play there by the defender, able to get his hand up on that ball and break up the pass. And frankly, if he's able to come down with that catch, he'd be playing offense.
Second and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. That's a Steeler first down.
Nice first down run there from Rico Dowdle. And, you know, Mike, I think he's a bit of an underrated back. Went over 1,000 yards each of the past 2 seasons. 1 year with the Cowboys, and that last year with the Panthers. So maybe not the flashiest guy, but he feels like a really good fit in Pittsburgh.
Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Second and long coming up. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake filled first half continues. In motion comes Pittman. To throw, it's Rogers. That's out wide to Warren. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and long for Rogers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
3rd time punt team has been summoned in this first half. Kicks away. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. A throw on the run is complete. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And tough running there. He's up to the 32. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is T.J. Watt getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. In motion, Shakir. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. This pressure is relentless. They got him again.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
On 4th down, here comes Mitch Wishnowsky to punt for Buffalo, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play fake to Dowdle, and now Rogers. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Rogers. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, and they need it. Throwing, Rodgers. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. Uh-oh. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Moore going in motion. They'll run with Cook. And nothing doing there. He's going to go down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Allen. In trouble, and down he goes.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Whoa! And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. P.J. Sanders there to make the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And you wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
In motion comes Pittman. On third down, Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. You know, it used to be, Mike, that we'd go the entire season and you'd see kicks from this distance, I don't know, what, once, twice, a couple times a year, and now it just seems like the entire league can hit from it. And you look back at 2025, 23 different guys hit from 57 plus. I mean, it is just a new league as far as kicking goes.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And they'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
2nd and inches. Here's a first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That's complete to Coleman. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. 3rd and inches. Moore going in motion. He'll try and run here with Cook. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They send Fryermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll run with Dowdle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. The Bills gonna use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now Dowdle. And they're not going to even sniff the 1st down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Bills' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. It's slant into the hands of Shakir. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. But it looks like the Bills are going to get it back. A fortunate break there.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And they'll wind up getting about 6, but he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker. It is 4th down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
They send Fryermuth, the tight end, in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Has an opening. Has the 40. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
First down for Aaron. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks much. Scott Hansen in Orlando. We'll get you back to Buffalo shortly, but we want to give you some highlights of this first half where the star of the show was this man, Josh Allen. He's got a couple of touchdown passes so far, and his guys have the lead. To see if they can hold on, let's go back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Motion man is Bell. The RPO, that one is complete, and they're going to mark him down up past the 35. A gain there of 11. First down, Buffalo.
First down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
Man in motion is Coleman. Off the play fake, it's Allen. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half, and they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. Metcalf, the motion man. That is caught to the goal line and in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Two-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
15 yards.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Allen going to throw on first and 10. Left side, he's got Bell. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Here's a handoff to Cook, running left. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have a first down. Well done. Scramble for a gain of 10 to move the chains.
And the Bills.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of the Steelers has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a big turn of events there. This defense trying to hold off the opposition now takes the lead, Greg, by taking it to the end zone.
Yeah, and it seems like week in and week out, Mike, in this league, there's 1 or 2 plays that determine the outcome of a game. And I get the sense here in the second half, that game-changing scoop and score by this defense could very well be that play.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Steelers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Bills 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Now a design run. It's Allen. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll swing this one out to Cook. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Man in motion is Coleman. On play action, Allen. Pass right, catch made, that's Bell. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Bills first down. A run out of the gun with Cook. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. This one, take it in, 5 down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down. Moore going in motion. Allen going to get it out quickly to Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal. Hook is in. Touchdown, Bill.
Believe it or not, Mike, this is actually the way modern defenses are designing their system. They're trying to force offenses to go the long way. Don't give up explosives, and then try to compete for field goals in the red zone. So not only is this offense able to sustain possession and maintain the ball, but when you come away with touchdowns, it's just backbreaking for these defenses.
Here's pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Steelers 18.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Pittsburgh coming back out on the field, and wide receiver Michael Pittman in the offense getting back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. Lots of space, past the 45. And he is out of bounds. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Right back to him on 1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
So play caller's dream, 2nd and inches. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Yeah, I actually think this is a really good job by the receiver, Mike. There's a little bit of a nuance to route running where you can introduce some of the contact, and it almost makes it look like it's the contact started by the defender. And I think we see a little bit of this here. So crafty move by the receiver and draws the flag.
It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Rodgers keeping it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you can do there. I mean, it's a zone read play, Mike, and the defense just really has everybody accounted for. One defender has the back, another defender has the quarterback, and once you have those two guys taken away, there's not a whole lot to do.
To throw is Rodgers. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Third and long. Rodgers. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will tie the game here in the third quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Once again, it's Cook. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Allen. He'll try and get there, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
So the Steelers back on the field, Rico Dowdle and company with their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
DeAndre Alford on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The Steeler ball carrier. He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And they will not run another play. That'll do it. The end of the 3rd. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. There's no time to get the separation there. The incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
His kick is good. He got it. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, so that's an important kick right there. In a game here late, you go ahead, you send your kicker out there to take the lead, and Now all eyes turn to your defense. Can they get out there and get a stop and come away with this win?
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Crazy. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. And in motion is Coleman. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Steelers back on the field. Rico Dowdle and company with their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Followed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. In motion comes Pittman. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Warren. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Prior news.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On third down, Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's fire move. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And what a clutch throw here on third down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained...
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
Yeah, it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And he has missed this one. No good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Allen to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Motion man is Bell. To the air on 3rd down, here's Allen. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that 3rd down play call going, and now after going backwards, it's going to bring up 4th down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. That's a nice job of making making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. This one complete to Washington. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers out quick to Pittman. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot down the field. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Motion man is Bell. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Buffalo.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They'll have it. 1st and 10. Josh Allen on the bootleg. He'll swing this one out to Cook, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 48-yard line, here is 2nd and 3. On the carry, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, left side, he's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Allen quickly out to Moore. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Motion man is Bell. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. Left side, and he's got Bell. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And they will not be able to get another play off, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll run with Cook. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Now, 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground. And they tackle him for a loss.
Brings up 2nd and
This is a
goal
play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo.
You ask any defensive coordinator, Mike, what's the most difficult thing to defend deep in the red zone? They're going to say a mobile quarterback. You just start running out of defenders. The field gets tight. And with a guy like Josh Allen, his ability to have designed runs called for him, it's like having an extra running back on the field. And You can see the result.
Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills have taken a 4-point advantage.
Bills 28, Steelers 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Been here so often, maybe one of the last times. Aaron Rodgers and a 2-minute drill. Down 28-24. 65 seconds remain. They need a touchdown. Field goal is worthless now as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. The Buffalo crowd being heard before 3rd down. Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. And Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things...
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot. And at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Steelers 1st down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Here's Rodgers. He'll look deep for Pittman. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot on the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.